Hello, I'm Peter Orker from Peter Orker Piano Tuition, and now it's time for another A to Z of piano composers and pianists. Well, our A to Z letter today is letter V, and I've chosen the pianist Harvey Levan Cliburn, known universally as Van Cliburn. Well, strictly speaking, he should be letter C because Van is really his first name. But I'm reaching that bit of the alphabet where it's getting harder to think of pianists and piano composers, that sort of end of the alphabet bit where you get the V's and the X's and the Y's and things. So I hope you don't mind me stretching a point here, and I hope you don't think I'm cheating to use Van Cliburn as my letter V. Of course, my actual letter C was Chopin, so that's very well deserved. But feel free to look back at the letter C one. But if I were to have a second letter C, then it would definitely be Van Cliburn. He'd be definitely right there. Anyway, so Harvey Levan Van Cliburn was born in America in 1934 and died in 2013. He shot to worldwide fame when he won the first international Tchaikovsky piano competition in Moscow in 1958 at the age of just 23. Despite this acclaim and his reputation as one of the greatest ever American concert pianists, he remained modest and humble. And like last time's letter U pianist, Dame Mitsuko Uchida, if you saw that, he only ever wanted to serve the music. In 2010, this humility was plain to see when he was honoured to receive a coveted Arts Award from the greatest American president of recent years.
Van Cliburn. The 2010 National Medal of Arts to Van Cliburn for his contributions as one of the greatest pianists in the history of music and as a pervasive ambassador for American culture. Since his historic 1958 victory at the first International Tchaikovsky Competition in Moscow, Mr. Cliburn has reached across political frontiers with the universal message of beautiful music.
Well, let's take a brief look at how he got there. I mentioned the Tchaikovsky Prize of 1958, and talking of Tchaikovsky, you'll be able to see from this next clip that he played Tchaikovsky's first piano concerto like nobody else, introducing a lyricism into the bombastic opening that few, if any, other pianists managed to achieve. This quality of being able to bring out the lyrical nature of the music almost certainly goes back to his childhood piano lessons, where he was taught to sing all the pieces before he learnt how to play them on the piano. first Tchaikovsky competition was basically designed to demonstrate Soviet cultural superiority during the Cold War, and it was fully expected that a Russian pianist would win. So perhaps it's somewhat surprising that Van Cliburn's performance not only won him the prize over the Russian opponents and the other opponents, but also his performance at the finale earned him a standing ovation lasting 8 minutes. Well, after the ovation, Van Cliburn made a brief speech in Russian and then resumed his seat at the piano and began to play, as an encore, his own arrangement of the Russian folk song Moscow Nights. Despite the political situation in the world, this naturally endeared him to the Russians. And when it was time to announce the winner, the judges felt obliged to ask permission of the Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev to give the first prize to an American. "Is he the best?" Khrushchev asked. "Yes, he was the best." "Well then give him the prize," said Khrushchev. How refreshing that even in the midst of the Cold War, political influence was cast aside in favour of artistic achievement. I believe that this is one of the things which consolidated Van Cliburn's attitude as an artist. As he said at his ticker tape parade through New York City following his success in the competition, "I appreciate more than you will ever know that you are honouring me, but the thing that thrills me the most is that you are honouring classical music, because I'm only one of many. I'm only a witness and a messenger. Because I believe so much in the beauty, the construction, the architecture invisible, the importance for all generations, for young people to come, that it will help their minds, develop their attitudes, and give them values." Well, Van Cliburn continued to go from strength to strength, and his recording of that Tchaikovsky piano concerto was the first classical album to go platinum, becoming the best-selling classical album in the world for more than a decade, and eventually going triple platinum. To this day, it's still selling strongly and available both on CD and download. And another sign of his wish to serve music rather than himself is that he was generous in his support for education and nurturing the next generation of musicians. A piano competition was set up in his name, which still runs today and is one of the most prestigious competitions in the world, and he remained its director right up until his death from bone cancer in 2013. I mean, he was also a keen supporter of many other educational programs and initiatives throughout his life. So when Barack Obama presented him with that award in 2010, it wasn't just for his supreme technical ability on the piano, his artistic interpretations of the repertoire. It was also his support for the art of music, not just in America, but in the world as a whole. A truly inspiring artist. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's A to Z, and look forward to you watching the next one, where I reach the letter, what comes after V, to U, V, W. So wonder who that will be. For now, goodbye, and don't forget to give me a like and a share if you enjoyed this video. Okay, bye for now.